All right, guys, it's another dreary freaking day, and for the life of me, I can't get out of my own way. I am on the bus here, but it's we're now not locked down, but the governor has issued a stay safe, stay home order, so not to go out of your home unless groceries and stuff like that, which is fine. I mean, I already got my stuff, no big deal, and I don't really go far anyway. So it's not a big deal for me, and I just soon avoid the public as much as possible right now. But we're just having continuous dreary weather, and it's damp. I'm not freezing. It's not cold per se. It's like 40, 35, 40, but it's just damp. And I went and did get a bunch of stuff for the plumbing, but I forgot one or two parts because I didn't take the time to make sure I had anything. But shame on me on that. I'm just making excuses because I'm just kind of in a slump. I was just talking to my brother. He's on his bus, and this weather is just dragging us down. And our sister's supposed to come into town at the end of May, fly in and kind of help us with mom, so we can both get a vacation. So we got that on our mind, whether that's all going to happen with everything that's going on. So just trying to get out of this slump and get some stuff done. I mean, I did mess around with the electrical the other day a little bit, but now it's just a matter of, I don't know what it's a matter of. I almost want to just go home and sit down and fart around with the computer today and say the heck with it and try another day. I want to go out and grade the driveway, but it's drizzling out there and damp. It's good to do it when the driveway's damp because it'll grade easier, but I'm just tired of being damp and cold. So I don't know. Let me get back to you. I'm going to think about what I'm going to do and think about what I'm going to do, if anything at all. I should sit down here and make a list of parts and stuff I know I need, so the next time I go out, I can get them. Now, this is a 30-day stay home, stay safe thing going, but you can go out to get stuff to repair your home, doc's appointment, medical stuff, and all that stuff, groceries, blah, blah, blah. So I could go out and get parts for that in the process of going to get groceries, so I can go right by the place. So that is possible to do. So yeah, I should just sit down and make a list of the things I need. I was gonna order them on Amazon, but I only need one of one thing, and I can only find it in a pack of 5. It's like $20. I'm like, well, that's kind of crazy to spend all that when I can go buy one for like $5 or something. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I decided I'm just gonna go home. It's not very far. It's right over there. It's raining out right now. It's a drizzle. The sun was trying to peek out, but it's not going to. And there is a breeze. It's cold. You see the trees blowing up there. So I think I'm just going to go in, sit down and mess with the computer. I've been editing a bunch of videos, so this one's obviously not edited yet, but while I'm making this one right now, I'd probably have 5 or 6 loaded up in order to go like once a week. And by now by the time you've seen this, you've seen some bus stuff. I did get I got so much I gotta do. I gotta do the driveway. I want to get the plow off the truck. And I could do it. I'm used to Maine weather, but just damp. I did get the cover it back on here. I still got to fix the back, but I got this fixed. What I'll do is get some firewood in for the fireplace, and it's going now, but it's going to go out and run low on wood. Still got some bus seats left here I got to get rid of. But yeah, it's just blah. Just dreary, blah, cold, damp, and I'm tired of it. Although it is sneaking through the trees, through my blinds, and through the clouds, I see some sun today. But I looked at the weather app, it doesn't look like it's gonna last. We'll take it, we need it. I'm gonna be out there as soon as I have my breakfast and enjoy what there is of it. A no or a low carb breakfast. Plenty of protein though. Finally getting some sunny weather. It is chilly. Well, it's actually same temperature as yesterday. The difference is we have sun now. It's like 47 at the moment. I think that's about what it's going to top out at today. It's about 8:30 in the morning. But man, I will take this sun. I think I just stand right here as long as that sun is shining on me. Because I think after today, tomorrow's crappy. Monday looks pretty good, but then I think we have like another week of dreary, cloudy, rainy weather. I might actually fire up the tractor today and do some grading in the driveway. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Well, it's the next day. Well, not the next day from the earlier video. But anyway, I just want to point out, I did forget one thing when I was putting my plumbing in, but it's going to be an easy fix, is I forgot to leave a spot for the city water. So the city water has to come in after the pump. The pump has a check valve, so it won't go back into the tank. And the city water connection that I'll be putting on the outside also has a check valve. So when the pump is running, it won't pump it outside onto the ground. But so that's got to go in after the water pump. So it's got to go in somewhere here, really. Because if it goes in here, it'll be able to go up to the sink and the shower and won't go back to the tank. So somewhere in here I'll have to cut in a T, and then there'll be a line going up here into the box that'll be cut into this. That'll be the fill from the outside. And then there'll also be a tank fill which will come in, and that is behind here. Actually, it's right there. You can probably see it right there. So there's two lines in that piece I can show you real quick. This is the back side of it right here. This will be for the tank fill, and this will be for city water that goes to that other side. And then this, just has a cover. You open it up, and those connections are on the inside there. So that'll be on the outside of the bus. So I'll have to, when I cut that in, I'll also cut that hole in. But in the meantime, if I get this all finished up, which won't be today, because I had to order some parts. But when I do get it finished up, if I don't have the outside thing in, I can still run the system, because I won't have, I won't cut that line in until I'm ready to connect it all up. I know that was a lot of talking. But here's my foot pump here. I don't know if I showed that yesterday. That's going to be down here underneath the kick plate. And of course, I don't have my floor down yet, so I won't screw that down. But there'll be this line going into it, and then a line leaving it going up to the other faucet I was talking about. So we can be standing here at the sink like so, and I can put my foot underneath there, and if it's not screwed down, so it wants to move, but you can hear it pump. I don't know if, hopefully it don't make that noise when there's water in it. Probably not, because that's just air going through it. So if I don't want to turn the main faucet on, I can just do that and pump just a little bit of water out of another faucet here. And that'll save on electricity and save on water. Help Mark and I, we both brought all the pellets in. Got that out of the way, and I've been just kind of mulling over my tank issue here. I got all the rest of this stuff hooked up except for that one connection, and I went and screwed the threads up a little bit with that piece. So I'm gonna walk away from it for a bit, think about how I'm gonna try to fix it. I hate plastic fittings as far as thread fittings, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm still gotta work on my drain over there, but I'm thinking about firing the tractor up and going out and doing the driveway, but we'll see. Not sure yet. I've been out grading the driveway, and a nut fell off. The bolt came out and dropped down and caused all kinds of problems, but I was able to get it back in there temporarily to get back to the house here. So now I got to get that one out and get a new one to put in, because that one, the threads are all messed up. So anyway, you guys gotta try this over, hopefully not too much trouble. So I can get in there. That should do it. Get a new one in. I'm not sure where this is going to land in the course of videos, but I'm just out walking the fence. My parents and dad and I put up a fence a long time ago for the dogs, and every year inevitably a tree comes down somewhere in the winter and damages it. I do have a spot over there, a couple big trees. Fortunately, the dogs have not climbed up on the logs and jumped the fence, so I'll fix that. But once you get way out here, then we actually abut a campground too. And of course, those are all on hold right now. Normally there'd be a lot more activity in there. There is some cleanup going on and stuff, but once all the leaves come out, we don't really hear anything or even see anything for the most part. It's far enough away. It's not a big issue. And I'm just walking the fence. Now we have this fence put up a long time ago for the dogs, just enough to keep the dogs in. But they put this big fence up because we were having problems with campground people, not the owners, but you know, people that come in for a weekend or whatever, and they'd come out in the woods and would cut trees down on our property and using it for their fireplaces and stuff. So they were nice enough. We talked to them about it, and they put up this 6-foot fence, which of course kids could still easily climb it, but at least it keeps the honest, and we have a lot less trouble now out here in the woods, which is good. But yeah, so they'll eventually get opened up here. They'll be busy. Well, this is where their leach field is. That's why it's so big. We're out in the country enough that they don't have a septic hookup out here, or you know, a town sewer. So yeah, there's a giant leach field here, and of course they have seasonal. Some of these are seasonal. Somewhere here they do have a spot where it's just like weekend tenters and stuff like that. And then way in the back here, these are more of your full-time seasonal ones. You can see back here, and it goes quite a ways back. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you the name of it because that'll pinpoint where we live. Not that it's a big deal, but I'd rather just keep that to ourselves. But it's pretty nice back here. All right, I'm just walking the fence and making sure everything looks good. I'll go all the way around the property, double check everything, make sure there's no issues anywhere. So I'm going to continue that. And we got branches down everywhere here, trees and stuff. So sometime this summer we'll come out here and actually cut up a bunch of this and bring it back. All the stuff that's on the ground for firewood for next year for the fireplaces. No sense letting it go to waste. There's all kinds of it out here. So we'll do that, clean up a bunch, maybe cut down a few, and go from there. Well, this doesn't look like it's that old, but I'm guessing it's been here since last year. But it must have jumped the fence at some time when the kids were playing around or whatever. Who knows? One of the things I decided to do this year is work on our driveway. What's happening is over the years, the loam is building up on the sides, and there's no place for the water to go off the driveway, so then the driveway gets muddy. I added some gravel last year, but I decided this year I'm going to slowly work on scraping the sides down so the water has a place to go. So it's going to be probably an all-summer project in between everything else. You can see I started some piles here and there, slowly working on it. So I was able to get my power to work. Oh, I wasn't supposed to show you that. I'm not going to show you what I did over there because I don't want you doing it at home. But it was just one minor thing I had messed up. But anyway, I now have power to my outlets on my bus temporarily. What I need to do is order a 50 amp power cord and install this on the outside of the bus. And I'll show you here. This is going to be the connection to go. So this will come through the side of the bus. This will be on the outside, obviously. And then that's going to be our screw-in 50 amp connection. It'll go in and lock in place. So I got to order the cord for this. It'll plug in here and then, of course, plug in at shore power. So I'm going to be working on this, as well as I am going to add a 50 amp breaker box in the bus. Right now it's got a 20 and a 15. I'm going to remove those and put a 50 amp breaker. This will be a prior to the regular box over here. It'll come, the shore power will come into this first, 50 amp, then it'll go over to the regular breaker box with all of the breakers that go throughout the bus. So I'm going to actually install this in place and maybe even do some wiring to these today to get it ready. So when I have the wire and everything else, I can just plug everything in and we'll be good to go. So that's what we're working on at the moment. All right, I'm getting ready to... I'm going to admit to you something I don't like to admit, but I made a mistake and it was complete stupidity. I couldn't get this thing off. It says turn and pull, And I'm telling you, this is completely my fault, complete stupidity. I don't know how I just was not thinking. I couldn't get it to come off, so I had Tracy hold that side really tight, and I just twisted this thing back and forth until it finally broke and came off. And you know, I hate to admit this, but I'm going to tell you, I made a mistake. And I've done this stuff 100 times. I don't know why, I just wasn't thinking. There was 2 screws in here holding that back cap in place. If I'd have taken those screws off, it would have come out no problem at all. No big deal. It is what it is. I'm still going to be able to use it, no problem. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting ready to take some measurements on the bus here inside and out. So I got the hole. So this will slide in through the bus. It's going to go on the side of the bus, but it's going to slide in through. And then I'll be running wire from this up to the breaker box, the first breaker box. And then it'll jump over like into 50 amps, and then it'll jump over to the other breaker box. So yeah, I got to drill a hole in here once I get some measurements, and we'll slide this in place. And one step closer. I always hate drilling holes in the bus or anything like this, because it's another area you got to worry about leaking. Okay, I'm slowly getting through the layers. Got the outer bus part, the inner bus. I went through some insulation that's off the side and some more insulation, and now you can see I'm at the pegboard, which is inside the bus. So just gonna drill through that, and we'll have access to put that part in. All right. Well, you can see we made it through, and now we're ready to slide that plug-in unit in. So once it's all installed, that's what it'll look like. I don't have it screwed in or anything yet, but there it is right there. And you'll be able to open it up, because like I said, it'll be screwed in, and plug in your 50 amp. So all I gotta do is screw that in place, mount it. I'm gonna leave some extra wire on this side when I put the wire, because there it is right there. It's hard to see, but it's right there. I'm gonna leave a little extra wire because I want to be able to disconnect it on the outside, slide it out away from the bus when we do some painting, when we finally paint the bus, and then we'll be able to slide it back in. So that's what I'm gonna work on next, is getting that wired, and then up to that breaker right there. And I'm just trying not to show you the other breaker, because I don't want you to do what I did to get temporary power to the bus. Anybody that knows anything about electricity and saw a little bit of what they saw, they know what I did, but I don't want you doing that at home. This is an entertainment video, not educational.